Good day and welcome. You're watching St. Martin News Desk, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Phillipsburg, St. Martin. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Two arrested after violent home invasion. Police have arrested two suspects following a violent home invasion in Point Blanche in which an elderly woman was bound and assaulted inside her home. KPSM says the incident happened shortly before 2 Monday afternoon after three men dressed in dark clothing forced their way into the residence before attacking the victim and fleeing the scene. Acting on reports that the suspects were hiding in nearby bushes, officers quickly secured the area and launched a search operation. After an extensive search, police arrested two suspects identified by their initials JKF and YLH, whose descriptions match those provided by witnesses. Both men were taken into custody without incident and remain detained pending further questioning. A third suspect remains at large while detectives and forensic investigators continue gathering evidence. Police thank members of the public for their assistance and stress that violent home invasions will be treated as a top priority, with all available resources being used to identify and persecute everyone involved. Anyone with information is urged to contact KPSM or call the anonymous tip line at 9300. Acting Justice Minister honors police inspectors 40 years of service. Acting Minister of Justice Marinka Gums has honored Police Inspector Helen Romeo for reaching the milestone of 40 years of dedicated public service to St. Martin. Romeo began her career in 1986 as an immigration officer and steadily rose through the ranks to become head of immigration before transitioning to the police force. She now serves as one of only 8 police inspectors within KPSM, a position recognizing her leadership, experience, and commitment to public safety. In a tribute marking the occasion, Gums praised Romeo's professionalism, resilience, and unwavering dedication, noting that even an injury sustained in the line of duty never diminished her commitment to serving the community. The acting minister also highlighted Romeo's role as a mentor and trailblazer for women in law enforcement, describing her career as an example of perseverance, integrity, and public service. On behalf of the government and people of St. Martin, Minister Gums thanked Inspector Romeo for 4 decades of outstanding service and congratulated her on the remarkable achievement. Ministers welcome students to the Netherlands. 30 students from St. Martin have officially begun their academic journey in the Netherlands after receiving a warm welcome from Minister Plenipotentiary Gracita Arendel and Education Minister the Honorable Melissa Gums at Schiphol Airport. The students, accompanied by guidance counselors, will pursue studies in fields including public administration, finance, international business, and medical imaging. Most will be based in Tilburg, The Hague, Eindhoven, and Groningen, with others attending institutes in Delft, Rotterdam, and Nijmegen. Addressing the group, Minister Arendel encouraged the students to embrace the opportunities and challenges ahead while remaining connected to St. Martin. She reminded them that they are ambassadors for the country and urged them to lean on one another, seek support when needed, and register with the St. Martin Diaspora database to keep informed and stay informed about student initiatives and events. The ministers described the students' education as an investment in the future of St. Martin, wishing them success as they begin the 2026-2027 academic year.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 St. Martin, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in St. Martin, your News Desk featured story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with a Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Martin, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
Martin Youth, your voice matters. If you're between 13 and 24, this is your chance to shape the future.
Take the Department of Youth's quick 5 to 7 minute survey and share what matters most to you. Your feedback will help guide programs and policies that make a real difference.
Scan the QR code and take the survey today. Your voice, our future. Together for St. Martin.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every life, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
Top students complete finance internships. The Ministry of Finance has marked the successful completion of this year's Business Outreach and Placement Program, with 6 students gaining valuable hands-on experience across the ministry and tax administration. 5 students completed placements at the tax administration, where they worked in the business and income tax units, assisting with document processing, filing, data entry, and other administrative duties. Officials said the students gained practical knowledge while learning the importance of accuracy, confidentiality, and professionalism when handling taxpayer information. The ministry also recognized BOP intern Ifechekude Akums, who completed her placement in the cabinet of Finance Minister Marinka Gums. Aspiring to become an accountant and financial auditor, Akums gained first-hand experience in public service, governance, and financial administration. Minister Gums praised all participants for their dedication and professionalism, emphasizing that investing in youth through practical workplace experience helps prepare the next generation of professionals who will contribute to St. Martin's future development. The ministry also thanked the Department of Youth Affairs and BOP coordinators for making the program possible. Police union calls for transparency. The president of the NAPB, St. Martin Police Union, Marcus Pantaflet, is calling for greater transparency following reports of a contractual relationship between the United Nations Office for Project Services and a law firm bearing the name of the current Minister of Justice. In a statement, Pantaflet said the issue is not about alleging wrongdoing, but about protecting public confidence in the justice system. He argued that if the same international agency advising the Ministry of Justice had previously awarded a contract to the minister's former law practice, the government should clearly explain what safeguards were put in place to prevent any real or perceived conflict of interest. Pantaflet said questions surrounding disclosure, recusal procedures, and the independent oversight deserve clear answers, stressing that accountability must apply equally to everyone in public office. He added that transparency is essential to maintaining trust in the justice system and remains a cornerstone of good governance. CBCS reports record results, highlights new currency. The Central Bank Fund Curaçao and St. Martin has released its 2025 annual report, highlighting record financial results and the successful introduction of the Caribbean Guilder as major achievements during the year. The report says the bank strengthened monetary and financial stability while overseeing the historic transition from the Netherlands Antillean Guilder to the Caribbean Guilder, which officially became legal tender in Curaçao and St. Martin. The currency rollout was recognized internationally, earning awards for both its implementation and innovative banknote design. The CBCS also reported strong financial performance, continued modernization of its operations and payment systems, and ongoing efforts to strengthen financial supervision and transparency. Officials said the institution remains focused on maintaining price stability, safeguarding the financial sector, and supporting sustainable economic growth across the monetary union amid an increasingly uncertain global environment.
Hey there, I'm Venicia Herbert, and welcome to the Community Billboard. This is your space where the people, places, and heartbeat of the St. Martin community get to speak for themselves. Whether it's an event worth showing up for, a business worth knowing about, or a cause worth caring about, you'll hear it right here. So, settle in, because what's coming up next just might be exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome to the News Desk Community Billboard.
Heavy sweating, weakness, dizziness, headache, nausea. A fast heartbeat may be signs of heat exhaustion. Move the person to a cool or shaded area, loosen clothing, and help them cool down. Confusion, fainting, seizures, or very hot skin may signal heat stroke. Call emergency services immediately. Know the warning signs and act quickly. A message from Collective Prevention Services within the Ministry of Public Health, Social Development, and Labor.
To be part of our mailing list, send an email to newsdesksxm@gmail.com.
Hey, St. Martin Youth, your voice matters. If you're between 13 and 24, this is your chance to shape the future.
Take the Department of Youth's quick 5 to 7 minute survey and share what matters most to you. Your feedback will help guide programs and policies that make a real difference.
Scan the QR code and take the survey today. Your voice, our future. Together for St. Martin.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every laugh, every adventure. #1 provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them it's there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
In our regional story, St. Kitts and Nevis launches Independence 43 celebrations. St. Kitts and Nevis has officially launched its Independence 43 calendar of events and activities, unveiling a month-long program of cultural, educational, patriotic, and community events leading up to Independence Day on September 19th. Celebrations will be held under the theme One People, One Vision, Endless Opportunity. One People, One Vision, Endless Possibility. Independence 43, emphasizing national unity, shared purpose, and optimism for the future. The official logo, inspired by the historic Berkeley Memorial in Bastille, was also unveiled as a symbol of the Federation's heritage and progress. The calendar includes national colors days, youth and cultural activities, school and community programs, patriotic ceremonies, concerts, exhibitions, and the traditional Independence Parade. The government is also encouraging members of the diaspora to return home and take part in the celebrations. St. Kitts and Nevis gained independence from the United Kingdom on September 19, 1983, becoming the Caribbean's newest sovereign nation. Independence celebrations remain one of the country's largest annual events, bringing together citizens at home and abroad to celebrate the Federation's history, culture, and national achievements.
Welcome back. Each day we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on St. Martin. Welcome to today's News Desk feature.
Success is often measured by wealth, influence, and achievement. But what happens when the pursuit of those goals stops being healthy ambition and starts becoming an obsession? That's the question raised by Caribbean commentator Bud Slabbert, who argues that money and power are not dangerous in themselves, but a compulsive pursuit of them can become addiction-like, affecting judgment, relationships, and leadership. While money addiction and power addiction are not officially recognized psychiatric diagnoses, psychologists are acknowledged that the pursuit of wealth, status, or influence can become compulsive, much like other behavioral addictions. The warning signs include never feeling that success is enough, constantly moving the goalpost, and measuring personal worth almost entirely by financial achievement or professional status. As is explained, much of this behavior is linked to the brain's reward system. Success triggers the release of dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with motivation and reward. Over time, however, yesterday's accomplishments may no longer provide the same sense of satisfaction, creating a desire for bigger promotions, greater influence, or more wealth. The focus gradually shifts from achieving meaningful goals to simply chasing the next reward. Power can follow a similar pattern. Rather than serving others, leadership can become centered on maintaining influence, winning at all costs, or avoiding the loss of status. In those situations, relationships may be viewed primarily for their usefulness. Criticism becomes difficult to accept, and protecting one's position can overshadow serving the public or an organization. The commentary also introduces the concept of identity fusion, where individuals begin to identify themselves almost entirely by their titles, authority, or financial success. When identity becomes tied to position or wealth, the fear of losing those things can become just as powerful as the desire to gain more. Yet the author is careful to point out that success itself is not the problem. Many entrepreneurs, executives, and public leaders remain driven by innovation, philanthropy, public service, and solving real-world problems rather than personal accumulation. In those cases, wealth and influence remain tools, not ends in themselves. For communities like St. Martin, where leadership in government, business, and civil society carry significant responsibility, the article offers a timely reminder that effective leadership is ultimately measured by people, not possessions. Businesses can generate profits, governments can implement policies, and organizations can expand their influence, but lasting success is often defined by whether leaders create opportunities for others, strengthen communities, and leave institutions better than they found them. As the commentary concludes, fortunes can disappear and power eventually changes hands. The leaders remembered most are often not those who accumulated the greatest wealth or authority, but those who treated people with dignity, inspired trust, and helped others succeed. In the end, the strongest legacy may not be what we achieve, but the lives we positively influence along the way.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Martin News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at News Desk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, St. Martin.